Hello, football fans, and welcome to Week 10 of Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12, as Franklin County brings their 4-4 record north to take on the William Fleming Colonels, who are coming off a big win last week against Staunton River. Franklin County, on the other hand, looking to break a two-game losing skid. Two tough games in the Blue Ridge District, tough 21-0 loss to Northside, and then a 22-21 loss a week ago to the best in the league in the form of Lord Botetourt. Going to turn first to Derek. You look at these four teams that Franklin County's lost to this year, a combined 29-3. So they've played some tough competition. Tonight, two games left on their schedule here at William Fleming and then at home against William Byrd. Two games that they really need to win to close out this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The schedule that Franklin County has played this season has been tremendous, and they've beaten some really good football teams. You look at a Magna Vista that I think still the only loss they've had is against a Franklin County team. So the games that they have lost have been against really quality opponents. Coming off 2 weeks, as you said, that probably played obviously the top of the league here in the Blue Ridge. Those two teams meeting up tonight to really have a championship game, I guess. But they got to be careful, Franklin County does, and not come out tonight and look over William Fleming, a team that's 3-5. I think they won their first two games and then went on a little skid and got the thing righted last week against Staunton River. They've put up some points. You know they're going to be able to play. They're going to be fast. They're going to be athletes all over the field that can make plays. So the potential is there for William Fleming. They're a good football team, and they'll be coached well. Franklin County is going to have to really bring their A game tonight to pick up a win.
Absolutely. You look at this Eagle squad. Started to meld things together last week against a tough Lord Botetourt team. Got the offense going there at the first half. Second half sputtered a little bit. Giving up that field goal late, we know there was a crusher to them. Are they able to keep this offense going this week?
Well, you would think so. They've been able to put up some points against some quality opponents. You think about the Magna Vista game. You know, they hung a big number on Magna Vista down there. Played really well last week. You could see this team come together. And it's hard to talk about. Probably two of the best three games that they played all season have turned out to be losses. You know, a close loss at Salem, and then last week was a great high school football game against Botetourt. I think the offense is clicking right now. You know, you've got your shoes back under you. You've got your confidence in Lee in the backfield. He's been there a couple of games now, so he's not so maybe hesitant, and he's got some varsity experience going. But you got a lot of playmakers all over the field, and that's something that Franklin County's been able to boast all season. And with the defense like they have, you're able to open it up and take chances and count on your offense to make plays and put points on the board.
Absolutely. With those losses to Northside and Lord Botetourt, you've probably lost your chance at picking up a Blue Ridge District title, but you're still fighting for that home playoff game. Going to need a kind of a stumble towards the top. Right now you're sitting in fifth, just outside of that opening up, hosting a game. Again, a lot left to be played this year.
Well, and you can handle it yourself more than likely. You've got to make sure you win the last two ball games to give yourself a chance. You know, Mike and I were joking, if they happen to lose one and still make the playoffs, they might end up out on the neck, on the peninsula somewhere out there. But it's going to be the difference, giving yourself a chance to have a home game here and not a 4 or 5 hour bus ride for that first round of the playoffs. But either way, got to take care of business tonight.
Absolutely. Going to turn now to Mike. Mike, you look at this team from William Fleming, always a dangerous football team. They've been up and down all season long, had some really good games to start the season, had a tough one against Magna Vista, gave up a lot of points, got it back going last week against Staunton River. But as always, dangerous playmakers on both sides of the football.
Always big plays. Very seldom you see them put together a lot long drives. But they've always got that playmaker that you kick to, or that'll catch a pass and hurt you with it. Fleming has always been that way, and we're getting back in the habit of coming over here. It's great facilities. This new turf is just wonderful and it's soft under your feet. It's like you could actually take a nap on this. So it's going to be a big night. Franklin County just has to make sure they don't let up. And what Derek said, you know, you can't take this one for granted because these guys can jump up and bite you.
You know, Coach Edwards has said it all season long, the importance of this Blue Ridge District and having the opportunity to play quality opponents for the last half of the season. Play quality opponents for the first start of the season as well. But how important do you think it is to play good quality opponents each and every week?
Oh, I tell you, it really is a little bit tough on the ego to begin with, but you're playing some good. You got to tell yourself, you know, you're playing some of the best in the state. And this is probably one of the toughest schedules that I've seen around, and they've really done well, especially last week. What a game that was, especially what a first half, and just really had it put together. The passes, the setting up that last score at halftime was just a number one coaching move. It was just everything worked well that first half. Now, if they put that together the next couple of games, that may not be quite as long a drive out to the playoffs. Who knows?
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting game here tonight in the Blue Ridge District. Two teams with a lot to play for here tonight. We're going to be back to continue our Eagle pregame with Franklin County Eagle head coach J.R. Edwards, and then we'll meet the Franklin County offensive starters. More Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Steve Maddie was born and raised right here in Franklin County. He graduated from Franklin County High School, went on to serve his country, graduated from Ferrum College and Liberty University School of Law, and then continued to serve his community. Now, as an attorney, he wants to service Franklin County as your Commonwealth's attorney and work with our great law enforcement to keep our county safe.
I am Steve Maddie, and I would appreciate your vote November the 5th, and I approve this message.
Back now with Franklin County Eagle head coach J.R. Edwards. Coach, thank you for joining us here tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys for making the trip.
Coach, we're here in the 9th game of the season. You got 2 games left here in the Blue Ridge District before we hit playoffs time. Coming off 2 tough games against Northside, had a really close one last week against Botetourt that kind of slipped away. What are you looking forward to out of your team tonight?
Well, we got to find a way to get our jobs done. We come in here against a good Fleming team, very, very talented, very fast. And, we're going to have to line up right. We're going to have to do our job. We're going to have to, get our assignments done and find a way to try to win.
Coach, I ask you this just about every week, but what makes William Fleming different than any team we saw this year?
Well, it's, again, they're another spread concept team. They've got the speed. They got some real big guys in the middle. They'll probably keep real tight splits and, try to run those alleys. We've got to be able to make plays in space, and sometimes that comes down to backyard skill, and sometimes we're good at it, sometimes we're not so good at it. So, again, it's 53 yards wide, and if we can do a little better at our jobs than they do at theirs, then, usually things go your way.
Coach, we appreciate you taking time with us.
Thank you, guys.
Once again, that's Franklin County Eagle head coach J.R. Edwards. We're going to introduce our offensive starters now right here with Eagle Football on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Josh Luckett, junior, quarterback.
Gary Garman, senior, receiver.
Keyshawn Wright, freshman, fullback.
J.R. Smith, junior, running back.
Chase Austin, senior, receiver.
Lucas Spencer, senior, tight end.
Justin Adams, sophomore, center.
Emilion Holland, junior, right guard.
Eli Davis, sophomore, left tackle.
Owen Donald, junior, left guard.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Bill Overton. As the Eagles reach the halfway mark of the 2019 season, we can feel the excitement in the air as it intensifies, as the commitment of their hard work is leading them to victories. I'm running for re-election, and I wanted you to know that I am committed to keeping you, your family, your property, and this great county in which we live safe and protected. That's why I'm asking for your vote on November the 5th.
Back now to continue our Eagle pregame. Franklin County will win the opening coin toss, defer to the second half. They're going to put that defense on the field, and we'll get a look at this high-powered William Fleming Colonel offense. Setting up to be an exciting game here tonight in the Blue Ridge District. 2 teams with a lot to play for. Fleming, as we said, won the first 2 games of the season, went on a losing streak, and then picked up a big 27-3 win last week over Stanton River on the road at Stanton River. Franklin County, they've lost 4 games on the season. Those 4 opponents, 29-3, and they're fighting for a potential first-round home playoff game. So both of these 2 teams ready to go here tonight. Franklin County, their final road game of the season. We did talk to head coach DeMar Lovelace before the game. Politely declined a pregame interview this day, so we're going to get ready to kick off this game. Franklin County going to tee it up at the 40. Both of these two teams need to set the tempo early.
Absolutely right, and you know, a game that I think you throw the record books out of any consideration tonight. Both teams, I think, better than their records show. We know Franklin County's schedule and the schedule that they've played and the games that they've lost have been against, you know, just really tough competition. William Fleming the same way. You know, they have the ability each and every time they touch the football to break one big, to really hang some points on the board. So this should be a really good and competitive high school football game.
Absolutely. A couple similar opponents on the season, one of those being Magna Vista. Both of these two teams played Magna Vista on the road. Franklin County picked up a 40-26 win over the Warriors. Flip side, the Colonels of William Fleming went to Magna Vista and lost 55-14. North side, Franklin County lost 21-0. This William Fleming team lost 34-9. And again, both of these teams picking up wins over Stanton River. Ball is going to be touched by the up man and downed at the 24-yard line. That's where the Colonels will start over.
Look like Nicholas Andrews on the reception on the kickoff. A little short kick. We see Franklin County go to that a lot. And with this high-powered, stout offense, or defense, I should say, you know, why not put that defense out there? And we'll see. Good job by the young man, Nicholas Andrews, getting over there, covering up the football, and getting possession for the Colonels.
The Eagles like to set the tempo early, but this Colonel team is going to have a lot of athleticism. Two receivers split out to each side. They're going to run out of the shotgun, roll the pocket to the near side. Going to let that one fly. Catch is going to be made out at the 34. Good completion there. Looks like it's going to be enough for the first down as Nicholas picks up the reception.
Yeah, great breakout there by the receiver. You'll see him. It's just a 10-yard go and a comeback pattern on the curl. And a great catch out there for the first down.
It's going to be two receivers set out to each side. Will still run out of the shotgun. Nichols going to keep it right up the middle. Heart of this Eagle defense. Not much room to go there. Going to pick up right at 2 yards here on first down.
Yep, just a straight keeper. We saw him come out of the gates firing on that first play. A beautiful throw for the first down. They test the waters up the middle, and that's tough sledding, has been all season long against for opponents against Franklin County. That defensive line anchored well right there in the middle. Only 2 yards on the short carry.
Going to stay in the same formation with two receivers split out to each side. Second down and 8. Going to be a play-action keeper. Nothing doing there. Is going to pick up another yard. Good job staying at home by the Eagles. Looks like Cromwell going to be the first man. Johnny on the spot there to wrap it up.
You'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Cromwell staying at home. As you said, he's got the quarterback in coverage and stays at home on the quarterback keeper around the left side. A big third down and 7 here for William Fleming.
The Colonel's going to flip trips to the top of the formation. Lone receiver set to the near side. Nichols out of the shotgun. Straight draw back. Has a receiver coming to the near side. Looking for the cutback is Bannister. A little bit of miscommunication there. We'll see what the Colonels do here on fourth down in their own territory. They're looking like they're going to punt this one away.
Yeah, and it was another good throw, but I think you said it. It was one of them on the wrong page there on the pattern. It looked like Bannister was going on the seam route on the fly, and Nichols expected him to come back to the football, but a good stand so far for the Eagles defense. We'll see here on the punt.
Tyshawn Ziegler back deep. Bannister to punt this one away. Eagles come at it, almost get it. Ziegler's going to step up. He's going to fumble the football, but the Eagles are going to be able to fall on it out at the 33. Avoid disaster there, both teams.
Yep.
As Franklin County almost gets to the punt, and Belcher's able to fall on that muffed punt.
Yeah, good heads-up play down there by Belcher to be there. Ziegler trying to make something happen. You know, it was a short enough punt that he actually came up. The coverage guys for William Fleming had gone a little beyond him, so he had some room there. If he could have fielded it cleanly, and you see him maybe just looking at the room that he had to run before securing that football, but a big break for the Eagles right there to recover it.
So they stand tall in their first drive. They're going to have the ball first down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Flag's going to fly early. Maybe lined up in the neutral zone here.
Looks like Sorry, that is the initial call.
That will put the Eagles in front of the chains. Minimal mistake here for the Colonels early. They don't want to give any yardage to the Eagles. So it'll be 1st down and 5 out to the 38-yard line. Eagles line up, 2 receivers set to the near side. They'll be out of the I formation. Our first look at junior quarterback Josh Luckett. Chase Austin's going to come across the formation. It's going to be a handoff to Lee across the right side. Good penetration there. Football's on the ground. We'll see if the Colonels come away with it. 2 fumbles for the Eagles, and the Colonels do. Great job stripping that football, and the William Fleming Colonels in business early.
What a defensive play there for these guys. Lee looked like he had enough for the 1st down. Don't see right here on the replay maybe who got in there to knock it loose. But Lee, you see him tuck in there, and then the football just comes out. Looks like Payne able to fall on it and get the football back for the Colonels. So you said it, Kevin. They are set up nice here after the turnover.
And we'll see if they can work here on the plus side of the field. 2 receivers set to each side, 4 receivers in the pattern. That pass is going to be up the sideline once again. Pressure by the Eagles causing the errant throw there. Good defense downfield, and Nichols just unable to get any rhythm here early.
Yeah, but he throws a beautiful pass. I tell you, Nichols, we watched him in the pregame out there warming up. He's got a great arm. He throws a beautiful ball. You see him right there in your screen. A tall kid there is Nichols that really can see over the line, but Eagles did get some pressure there. I think he had to let go of it a little sooner than he wanted to.
They'll stay with 2 receivers set out to each side. Straight keeper across the left side. Cuts back across the middle of the field. And he's going to continue to be pulled forward. Give him out. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 37-yard line. So lots of yards after that first contact.
Parker Scott finally able to drag him down, but you see the running ability here of Nichols as a good cutback right there. Runs into his blocker downfield and able to just keep dragging tacklers down the field. But a good pickup of 6.
Very athletic play there by Nichols, as we said. He's a senior, 6'2", 190, leading this offense. Single receiver set to the near side, 2 receivers set to the top. They'll run out of the pistol. Tall sweep coming to the near side. Hole's going to open up. He's going to bust through that across the 20, 15, 10. 5 stays on his feet. Look at that run there. No doubt about that one. Sharif Anderson, 37-yard touchdown run, and the Colonels strike first.
What a run. I love the tall sweep. I say it week in and week out. I love that tall sweep. It allows your back to get to the edge. Look at the blocking out there by those guys opening up a lane. He runs through a couple of tackles there, and then he'll get away from a couple of more right here at the end of the run. Finishes it strong as Anderson walks into the end zone after a 37-yard touchdown run.
Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. Franklin Finance scoreboard. William Fleming strikes first. They're up 7-0. We're going to be right back. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, I am Margaret Torrance, Commissioner of Revenue for Franklin County. On November 5th, I am seeking re-election. With 31 years of experience in the Commissioner's office, I have the knowledge and experience which makes me the most qualified candidate for the job. I would appreciate the opportunity to continue serving the citizens of Franklin County as your Commissioner of Revenue. Remember to vote for experience on November the 5th. Vote Margaret Torrance for Commissioner of Revenue.
The Colonels able to capitalize on a turnover by the Eagles. Put the first 7 points on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. And they've got a lot of energy on that sideline, fired up. A lot of broken tackles on that touchdown run. It's going to be Lee fielding that kick out across the 25, able to pick it up out to the 27. Derek, I know it's cold out there, but Franklin County going to have to find a way to hold on to this football.
Absolutely. That's 3 times they've put it on the turf already. 2 of them, fortunately, that they've able to recover, but that really throws the timing off of everything. You know, a kick return unit that's run 3 kickoffs back on the season for scores, really having a hard time here early on. And you're right, they're going to have to find a way to hang on to this football, or it's going to be a long night.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 27-yard line. Offense didn't have much time to get things going on their first drive. They'll run two receivers set to the top of the formation. Stockton will come into motion. Luckett will run play action. He's going to fire it deep, has a receiver out here. And that's going to be caught. That's going to be Garmin across the 25-20, looking to get to the corner. Has a blocker out here, 10-5 into the end zone. No doubt about that one. And that's going to be a 73-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Josh Luckett to Garrett Garmin. And we've saw this all season long. When those two young men are able to get connected, nobody on the field is going to catch Garrett Garmin. He's able to find just enough separation. Ball's going to be underthrown just a little bit. Garmin makes the catch, is able to shed Saquon Bannister, and then makes his way into the corner of the end zone. And the Eagles have an opportunity to tie this one up. Great response there. Chandler Holly to kick. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. And that's a response that the Eagles needed with 8:40 left to play here in the first quarter. Franklin Finance scoreboard tied at 7. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Eagles respond with a 73-yard touchdown pitch and catch on first down from Josh Luckett to Garrett Garmin. Garmin did the rest. That one's going to be squib kicked up the middle and fell on out at the 26 as Andrews falls on that one. You can tell these cold conditions really wrecking havoc on these hands teams.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Again, a good job by Andrews just covering up the football. But we've seen the ability of these William Fleming Colonels carrying the football. No reason at all to take a chance of kicking it deep to anyone on this sideline. So a good heads-up play by we've seen it all year from Franklin County, squib kicking it down there and, hoping you get a bounce.
Colonels come out with 3 receivers set to the near side. A lone receiver set at the top of the formation on an island. Nichols going to hands it off up the middle. Bonds right at the heart of this Eagle defense, and they can't do anything with him as he's going to work his way out to the 43-yard line. Plenty enough for a Colonel first down.
Hunter Canady making the stop, but a 16-yard gain for the Colonels, and that's Holland coming over to make the stop for Franklin County, but another really good run.
One of the first teams we've really saw take it to the Eagles right up the middle. It's going to be a play action, going to be a go route up the sideline. That one's going to fall incomplete. Ball's going to be overthrown there. Stockton on the coverage. Colonel sideline wanting the flag. We'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. A lot of air under this football.
Yeah, another beautiful throw and just out of reach for Andrews. Just slightly out in front of him. A little contact down the field, but not much. Good coverage out there by Stockton. But I tell you, another really good throw.
Inside of 15 seconds on the play clock. If you're just joining us, 2 big touchdown plays to start this ball game has us tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We got 8 minutes left to go here in the first. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. Bond's going to squirt through the line. Picks up a couple of yards out to the 48. Cromwell's going to make the stop. Franklin County cannot find an answer for this.
No, not at all. And it's not that they're not winning at the point of attack. The line of scrimmage is not moving. The defensive line is there. But I tell you what, these backs for William Fleming able to find just a little space. And as soon as they do, they've got that quick first step to get through it. And they'll give them 6 there, so it brings up an easier 3rd down and 4 here than it looked like it was going to be.
Could be a handoff up the middle. Going to bounce it to the outside. Opportunity here. Big hit around the corner. Not much doing there. No gain on the play. But an opportunity there for, I believe that was Anderson around the outside. You catch it here on the Bob Parcell replay.
Yep, got bottled up that time. The defensive line, Will Hairston driving his man back. You got big number 70 there, Bryson Chrisman, making them bounce it outside as well. Ziegler getting in there on the edge, making the last hit to bring up this 4th down.
So Bannister's going to punt this one away from his own 34-yard line. Tyshawn Ziegler's back deep, muffed his first attempt tonight. Franklin County almost gets to this one. Ziegler's going to let this one bounce. It will take a Colonel bounce out to the 23-yard line, but that Franklin County defense holding strong there, putting the offense back on the field.
Yeah, good job by the defense. They gave up some yardage there, big 16-yard run to really get the possession started. Dodged a bullet on a really nice throw down the sideline, and then they were able to stand tall and make a big 3rd down stop and get the football back to the offense. And we'll see what this Franklin County offense goes to. You know, you've run one and fumbled it. The next offensive play, you threw it deep for a 73-yard touchdown pass. So we'll see what they draw up here.
You know, we saw this against Stanton River, going to it until it stopped. This is going to give Lee a run off the right side, looking to find a little separation. Going to get across the 25, give him out to the 26, 3-yard gain there on 1st down.
Poindexter in on the stop for the Colonels that time. Again, though, not much running room over that right side, and when you're running at Mr. Poindexter, 6'3" and 275 over there with the big number 77 on his chest, it's hard to find much room.
I formation for the Eagles. Going to be a quick hitter on the outside. That catch is going to be made. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. Great pitch and catch there. And that's going to be Belcher, Anthony Belcher, on the reception.
Yeah, great play. Just a quick hitter. Get that football out on the edge to your playmakers. Good catch over there. Tries to spin away from the initial tackler, but can't. That was Nelson, but it will be enough for the 1st down.
Move the ball out to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Inside of 6 minutes left to play here in the first. Franklin Finance scoreboard tied up at 7. It's going to be a lone receiver set to the near side. Ziegler comes across the formation, toss sweep to Lee across that right side. Just runs out of real estate on the short side of the field. But once again, going to set up the Eagles. They have the opportunity for that quick curl to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It looked like Lee had a little more room around the outside that time. He chose to cut back in. Looked like the edge was set pretty well with blockers out in front, and then he cuts back inside and runs into traffic. But good job over there by Anderson, I believe, shedding the blocker and making the stop.
Going to be a receiver split out to each side, ball resting on the Eagle 40-yard line. Out of the I formation, Keyshawn Wright at fullback. And remember, that's 2 freshmen in the backfield for the Eagles. That one's going to be off target. A lot of real estate there for Garmin to work with. Ball's just going to get away from Luckett.
Yeah, he almost looked like he rushed that one a little bit. Didn't wait for Garmin to come out of his break and throw it off his back foot a little bit. Just sailed on him. Incomplete, but you're right. Lots of room over here for Garmin with the separation. Had plenty of room to work with if he could have made the reception.
Yeah, Bannister, after getting burned on that first play, giving him a little bit of extra real estate, giving him some room to work with. That's going to leave this underneath stuff open. It's going to be 2 receivers set to the near side. Big 3rd down here for the Franklin County offense. Stockton will come into motion. It's going to be a handoff to Lee. He's hitting the backfield. Nothing doing there. Sharif Anderson making a big stop on 3rd down.
Well, they've already got a 5-man front, and then you see Anderson right there coming off the edge, and he's in the backfield by the time Jalen Lee gets the football, and he'll spin him down for a loss of a yard, and Franklin County is going to have to punt it away. Great defensive play.
Get our look at the leading punter in the Timesland, Josh Luckett. He punting from his own 25, looking to flip the field position here for the Eagles. Good snap back to Luckett. See if he gets a boot in this one. Fair catch going to be called for and will be made at the 26. And that's where this Colonel offense will take over. Had a great run by Anderson on their second drive for a touchdown. We'll see if they can get back. And also, we'll see if they can start connecting on this passing game, which would really blow this game wide open.
Sure will. The option's there. I mean, the throws are there. Just got to get hooked up, and sometimes it takes a little bit. for the receivers and the quarterbacks to get their timing down, and we've seen it week in and week out. But this young man, Nichols, he can spin it, and he's got the guys out there that can make it.
So inside of 10 seconds left on the play clock here. Going to run 2 receivers to the near side. Lone receiver set to the top of the formation. It's going to be a handoff to Bonds. Good patience there, but the Eagles sniff that one out. Close up the hole. Parker Scott, Landon Church in on that stop.
Yeah, you'll see the Eagles' defensive front shift away from where the play came to, so they shifted away and looked like maybe slanted back into there. Good job in there by Elijah Witcher as well, taking on that initial block, but the Eagles convene a short gain that time for Bonds.
Bring up second down, 2 receivers to the top. Lone receiver set to the near side. Bonds will come to the right of Nichols. Go back to the left. Ball's going to be snapped. Knee's going to hit, and that's going to be a big loss there.
Yeah, they're going to mark it all the way back to about the 26-yard line, so a loss of about 3. And fortunate for Franklin County that his knee was down because they're kind of caught flat-footed there. But you see the knee touch right there at the 25, 26-yard line, so it is a costly mistake there.
So it'll be a big third down upcoming here. 3rd down and 11. With inside of 3:30 left to play in the first quarter. Coach Lovelace had his team fired up coming into this one.
And he's fired up. He's excited to be here,
Straight drop back, looking to sling this one down the field. Bannister's out here. Opportunity. Flag's going to fly. Not sure about this one. We'll catch it on the Bob Parcell replay. Looked like a good time there by Jacob Stockton.
They may get Garmin trying to hold him as he's coming across the pattern, but I tell you, there's a lot of back and forth between the two. We'll see if we can catch it on the replay. But again, a beautifully thrown ball out to the middle of the field. Looked like Stockton was going to get there and be able to pick it off. I didn't see anything on that replay to warrant the flag. Tough call against the Eagles. It'll be a first down for the Colonels.
Must have been well before the ball was thrown. But it will be a first down here for the Colonels. They draw out of the hole there. It's one of the first balls we saw on target tonight from Nichols, and it sure was a dangerous one. Sweep coming to the near side. Andrews, he's again just going to run out of real estate there at the sideline. Franklin County's defense starting to stand a little bit taller here, forcing these plays a little further to the sidelines. But I tell you, very dangerous offense here for the Colonels.
No doubt about it. Andrews, if he's able to get that corner turned any sooner and have that sideline, he can take it the distance, no doubt about it. But well played. Hey, easy completion there, however, for Nichols on that little forward pitch.
2nd down and 10 here from their own 41-yard line. Nichols out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it coming to the near side. Steps through that hole, tripped up across the 45. Parker Scott's going to get him at the 46. And again, real estate to gain there.
It sure was. The Eagles got caught in a blitz there. You see Hunter Kennedy coming on the blitz around the outside edge. They pulled the guard and tackle from the other side and kicked him out, leaving the middle of the field open. But Parker Scott able to just get enough of the ankle to stop him for a 5-yard gain. He had a lot of room to run.
Another big 3rd down upcoming here for the Colonels. 2 receivers set to the top, lone receiver to the near side. Very manageable down and distance. It's going to be a keeper. Steps back inside, works his way across midfield, but he's going to be just short.
I don't know if he is or not. Pretty generous spot it looks like on this side. He may have just enough, depending where he puts the football down. But again, a great design draw that time for Nichols.
So it looked like it was going to be a first down from where the ball was. Looked like it was going to be marked, but it looks like it's going to be just short. Needed to get to the 49 of the Eagles, and the ball is just shy of that. But a good effort there by the Colonels, especially by Nichols, getting that extra real estate. And if you haven't saw 2 teams ready to play,
right.
Both teams look sloppy coming out, but both teams have settled in to this ball game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The offenses, especially here for the Colonels, finding some rhythm, able to move the football. They picked up the first down courtesy of the penalty, and he'll get it just by the nose of the football this time. Another first down for William Fleming.
So see what the Colonels can do here in Eagle territory at the 49. First quarter starting to wind down inside of 2 minutes now left to play. Both teams picking up quick touchdowns to start this ball game. Now the defenses have started to settle in. Turnovers look like they were going to be the name of the game for the Eagles early. Two receivers to the top of the formation. Nichols out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Bonds. Is able to work his way out, but this Eagle defense, nothing doing there. Dropped in the backfield. Looks like they're going to mark him down all the way back at the 46-yard line of the Colonels.
Yeah, Ty Armini is going to finish this one off, no doubt about it. As Bonds, you see him get bounced back. Parker Scott had driven his blocker back, and you see the linebackers. They're the ones in the backfield here, so the Eagles brought pressure and was able to keep up or catch up with Bonds that time. And I tell you what, with this young man, you better wrap him up and hang on because he's got the ability to break it at any moment.
Play clock running inside of 10 seconds. Colonel's going to have to come over the football. Minute left to play here in the first. Play clock down to 3. They will get the snap off, trip set to the top of the formation. And it's going to be a lot of real estate out front here for the quarterback, Nichols. Great job, though, by the Eagles staying at home. Hunter Kennedy breaking down, making a good open field tackle. We'll keep the Colonels behind the chains.
Yeah, that was a great play out there by Hunter Kennedy, a huge play. He'll take the brunt of the hit from Nichols, but you see Hunter Kennedy. He's hanging in there almost as a spy, but right here it is, form tackling, breaks down, hangs on, and stops him for only a 3-yard gain.
You also saw Brian Cromwell to the near side playing that same sort of spy there out of that linebacker, knowing the danger that Nichols has out of the backfield. Trip set staying at the top of the formation. Going to be a go route coming to the near side. Bannister pushes off, does not make the catch, almost makes a great one-handed catch.
Sure did. Parker Scott, Franklin County has brought him the last 2 plays, and he'll get to the quarterback, Nichols, right when he let go of that football. But again, another really good throw. Colonel's fortunate not to get the penalty marker there, but great coverage downfield, another good throw, and almost a spectacular one-handed catch down here.
I think there while the ball's in there, you had Belcher getting a little bit of the hands in there too, so it was going kind of both ways. But the Eagles will force another punt here. Tyshawn Ziegler back deep, Bannister at his own 35 to punt this one away. It's going to be a low line drive kick. Ziegler's going to let this one fall inside the 15, down to the 14. Wasn't pretty, but got the job done as Bannister puts the Eagles inside the 15.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It got the work done as it was a low rolling kick, and it rolled and rolled and rolled. Ziegler not able to get over there to pick it up and stop that ball from moving, and the Eagles will have their backs against their own 10-yard line here for their 4th offensive possession.
See what Franklin County does here. 4 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. They went to the air a couple times, had one deep pass to Garmin for the 73-yard touchdown. Went to the short curl routes, but also they've had running back Jalen Lee heavily involved in this running game. He's going to get the handoff coming across the far side. Sidesteps the first. Picks up good yardage here on first down, and that will end the first quarter of play. We're in a barn burner here. Colonel 7, Eagles 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to be back with second quarter action. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
Getting ready to start the second quarter of action. Ball game all tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Tight formation here for the Eagles. Hand off across the far side to Lee. Looks to get to the corner. He's going to turn the Jets on across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Ran out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. They're actually going to mark him down inside the 35, down to the 34. Maybe my real estate was a little off on that one, Derek.
54-yard gain either way you draw it up. We'll have to see the mark. Nelson finally catches up with Jalen Lee and knocks him out of bounds, but we'll see on the replay right here. Pushed out of bounds inside the 40.
Yeah, bad spot there for the Colonels.
Yeah.
Should be out around the 39. They're going to give him an extra 6 yards on that one.
They sure did.
Big break there for the Eagles, but a great game there and a new look for this offense. It's Jalen Lee making things happen. Again, that young man just a freshman. Has a receiver out here. Catch is going to be made. That's Keyshawn Wright across the 25. Give him down to the 23. Anderson's going to knock him out of bounds. Going to be close to another first down.
They're going to be very close. Looks like should be enough for the first down. That's Keyshawn Wright on the reception. Out of the backfield, a favorite play for the Eagles. And you know what? They haven't gone to it a lot, but when they do, it's almost money in the bank.
The Eagles knocking on the door of the Keeper Building Services red zone. Despite having 14 points on the board, neither team has entered the Keeper Building Services red zone. They went through it.
Traveled through it a couple of times.
But they have not made a stop. It's going to be Lee shedding that first tackler, holding on to that football across the 20, down to the 19, and he will enter the Keeper Building Services red zone. If you need a new deck, home improvement, or electrical work, call Keefer Building Services, 540-420-0717, or visit them on the web at www.keeferbuildingservices.com. And this is the Eagles' first trip into the Keefer Building Services red zone.
Looking back at that first quarter, balanced on the scoreboard, balanced in the stats as well. 87 yards for the Eagles, 85 for the Colonels.
Luckett going to hand it off to Lee. Football's going to hit the ground again. Colonel's going to pick it up. And again, got a freshman running the football. And this is his second fumble, and this one is costly inside of the Keefer Building Services red zone.
Yeah, Nichols covers it up, and that is a costly mistake. You'll see Lee burst through the line right there. And then doesn't look like anybody hit the football, just somebody put a big hit on him, and he coughed it up. Really, Kevin, his third drop, he dropped the kickoff as well. So unfortunate for Franklin County as they turn it over in the red zone.
That young man getting his third start on the season. Two freshmen in the backfield for the Eagles. If you're the Colonels here, I think you're going to see them open up this offense. Three receivers in the formation. It's going to be Bonds up the middle. Makes a couple guys miss out to the 15. Works his way out to the 17. Big gainer there on first down.
Yeah, give him 5. Holland finally comes in and cleans it up. But I tell you, we haven't seen this many missed tackles by this Eagles club, I think, since you think back to that EC Glass contest when they were able to really make a lot of Franklin County tacklers miss. These guys aren't really moving a lot. They're just running through the arm tackles right now for this very steady defense.
Second down and 5 from the 17. It's going to be a keeper run pass option, it looks like, but he's going to hold on to it. Runs through the first arm tackle, but will be dropped in the backfield by Cromwell. That's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, Cromwell getting in there, cleaning up the play. Pressure made that time. Looked like by Armini on the edge.
Also had Elijah Witcher in there cleaning that play up. So a big third down here deep in Colonel territory. They're going to go to the air. It's the curl route to the near side. That one's going to fall incomplete. Opportunity there missed for the Colonels. It looks like they're going to have to punt this football away. Missed opportunities in the passing game.
Yeah, another great throw by Nichols. Right on the money. I tell you what, you can't throw it any better than that. The receiver over here, Casey, just unable to bring it in. Good coverage by Holland. He hit Casey about the time the football got there to help break it up. But another just beautiful throw by this young quarterback.
So Bannister is going to have to punt from the shadow of his own end zone here on fourth down. Ziegler back at the 45. See if Franklin County decides to bring pressure. They're going to bring pressure up front, and it's going to be rolled down across the 40, down to the 44. And that's where it's going to be down. And that must just be a shanked punt there, Derek. Must have been no block on that one.
Yeah, hard to tell. Bannister will get a good roll again and benefit from the good roll out to the 44. Franklin County in great field position here to take the football over on offense.
See if we can run that one back, Steve. I believe you're going to see the ball come off the inside of the foot. So Franklin County is going to have excellent field position here on the plus side of the field at the Colonel 44-yard line. Receivers set out to each side. Like it's going to drop back. Going back shoulder to Garmin. Ball's going to be underthrown. Not a good football throw there. And that's going to be picked off up the sideline by Nichols. And Franklin County going to turn the football over once again. Third turnover of the ball game, keeping the Colonels in this one.
Yeah, that's that one just slipped out of the hand of Luckett or something, but you don't see him throw footballs like that. And it is 8 yards underthrown, read perfectly out there by Nichols at the safety position. Then he gets a good return out across the 35 to the 37. Third turnover for Franklin County here in the first half and on back-to-back offensive plays.
I think you see a tale of two different teams here. The offense sputtering a little bit for the Colonels. Their defense forcing a lot of turnovers. Franklin County's defense playing strong, offense sputtering. It's going to be Bonds on the carry. It's like they're going to give him a yard gain on the play. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, Parker Scott had him by the ankle, and then Hunter Kennedy comes in and cleans up from the top. Great job by Parker Scott hanging on. They will find a way to give him a yard there.
Again, don't forget our good calls, bad calls, no calls all season long. And our officials brought to you by the good folks at Budget Blinds. Style for every season, a style for every point of view. And we've got a different point of view here. Stack to the near side, three receivers, one behind another to the near side. Lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Quick hitter coming to the near side. That football going to be dropped. Another opportunity here by Andrews, and he's going to get up in frustration.
Well, and I tell you, Nichols is going to get frustrated as that is another great throw. They had this screen set up perfectly, and Andrews had 8 yards in front of him before there was a gray hat, and he just couldn't bring it in. Maybe saw too much of that running room out there in front of him and just dropped it.
Another big third down upcoming here for the Colonels. They'll stay in that same formation. Got to look for a wheel route possibly here or the draw up the middle. And Franklin County gets good pressure, but lots of real estate out here. Going to fire it downfield. And once again, at the feet of Andrews. And Franklin County getting good pressure on the quarterback, Daquan Nichols.
Yeah, you'll see the edges crashing. Franklin County bringing pressure. Chrisman gets in there. He just beats the tackle. Nichols has to roll out, and then Will Hairston never stops running, gets in there and hits Nichols about the time he lets go of the football. But a man out there wide open at midfield and just couldn't get the football to him.
Ziegler's going to be back deep inside of his own 30. Bannister going to punt this one away from his own 27. It's going to fake and keep it to the near side. Has real estate, lowers the shoulder. And they're going to mark him, looks like short of the line to get, well short of the line to get.
What a job by Cromwell chasing that one down. I tell you what, Bannister had all sorts of room on the fake. Great time to call the fake there. And it looked like he was going to make it, but Cromwell staying in his place at midfield, runs all the way across and will stop him about 2 yards shy.
So Franklin County will take over on downs from the 46-yard line. Have to get something going here on offense. Have left so many points on the board with stalled out drives. They were in the Kiefer Building Services red zone, coughed up the football. Couple of errant passes from Luckett. Also saw a beautiful one in just the same breath. See if they can get this offense going. Alston sneaks across the line of scrimmage, handoff to Lee. He's going to work his way across the 45 down to the 44. We've got 7:40 left to play here in the second quarter.
And I tell you, looking at this defensive front, they've got 5 down linemen. They run in the 5-2 defense. are the Colonels. And those guys aren't even trying to get penetration. They're just shooting and cutting the legs of the offensive linemen, not allowing them to get out and seal the edges and pull and move like Franklin County likes to do in their running game. So they're just basically clogging up that offensive line and not allowing them to get out and get any running lanes opened up for Jalen Lee. See if the Eagles don't start trying to bounce this to the outside.
It's going to be play action. He's got right out here once again. Leaks out across the 40, 35. Steps out at the 30. Going to give him all the way out to the 30. Big gainer there, and that's one way to do it. When you're just chopping at the line, you're not getting in a penetration. And here you see it, just lots of open real estate.
Yep, 16-yard gain there for Keyshawn Wright out of the backfield on the completion. And that's a good way to get your quarterback back in rhythm as well as he steps out right at the 30. 26 yards out of the backfield receiving here for Keyshawn Wright in the second quarter alone.
First down and 10 from the 30. One receiver set to the top of the formation. You're also starting to see those linebackers cheat up, work inside the box. Tall sweep coming to the far side. Good block setting up on the outside. Hold on to that football, young man, across the 20. He's going to be right on the 20. So he's going to work his way into the Kiefer Building Services red zone.
10-yard gain on first down will be another first down for the freshman Jalen Lee as he did enter the Kiefer Building Services red zone.
And again, another one of our great sponsors of Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network. So if you need a new deck as you get ready to head into the winter, some home improvements, or you need some electrical work done, be sure to call the good folks at Kiefer Building Services, 540-420-0717. And if you're watching us on the web, just shoot over at www.kieferbuildingservices.com. Play action, Luckett rolls to the near side. Has a receiver out here, but going to have it picked off at the 10. And the Eagles will come up empty once again as Bonds picks that one off.
And he just read the quarterback's eyes. Luckett rolling out. Had his man open down here. I'm not sure exactly who he was looking for. I think it was Stockton. But Bonds just tucks in there and hiding away. Reads the quarterback's eyes, reads the play. 2 interceptions here in the quarter for Josh Luckett. 4 turnovers now for Franklin County. There's still 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
It is 6:12 left to play in the half. Be sure to stick around as we'll recap our first half stats. We'll have our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment. Both of these two teams have a lot to work for. Does not look like their 9th game of the season.
No, and if something doesn't change, I know what my adjustment is going to be at halftime for the Eagles.
Going to be Anderson across the right side. Give him 3 yards here on first down. Not been a lot of penalties, Derek. Both teams not losing that battle, but these turnovers. And you've also got the Colonels, lots of missed opportunities as well.
Yeah, in the passing game for sure for those guys. Nichols putting the football on the money on many of his throws, and the catches just aren't being made. They're missing their opportunities there, helping out the Eagles defense. But on the flip side, Franklin County still, 4 turnovers. That's hard to overcome.
In the first half. 2 receivers set to the top of the formation. Lone receiver to the near side. They're going to go back to the air. Has a receiver out here. Catch will not be made. Another beautiful throw, back shoulder thrown to the outside. Is DeMontre Casey, the intended receiver, and he was going to be off to the races.
Yes, he was gone. He was down the sideline, and another just great throw right here by Nichols. Just over that outside shoulder. Casey couldn't get his head turned around far enough to find that football again. But I can't say enough about another just beautiful throw from Nichols right on the money that these Colonel receivers haven't been able to reel in. I tell you what, Kevin, if these guys had been able to reel in some of these passes, there's no telling what that scoreboard might look like.
5:20 left to play. Timeout on the field called by the Colonels. That's their first of the half. We'll take 1-2. Game tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Look over there? That's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
Big 3rd down and 7 upcoming here after the timeout. 5:20 left to play here in the first half. Colonel's going to roll to the near side. Nichols fires a dot. Catch will be made across the 30. That's how you make a statement. Andrews coming up with that one.
Yeah, 13-yard gain there. What a throw. I tell you what, it looked like Stockton had it picked off initially. You'll see here at the bottom of your screen, Stockton actually catches the football. Nichols takes it away from him. What a play by Nichols. 13-yard gain and a first down.
We'll move the chains, as you said, for the Colonels. 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Franklin County's going to get the football to start the second half. Twin receiver set to the near side. Nichols out of the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Anderson right into the heart of this defense. It's like they're going to give him out close to the 35. Give him the 34. Hunter Kennedy's going to make the stop.
Yeah, good job in there, standing strong in the middle, a 3-yard gain as he was taking on the lead block as well. You'll see him right there with a 38 on his back. Takes on the block and then takes on the ball carrier with the other arm. 3-yard gain for Anderson.
Clock continuing to roll inside of 4:30 now left to play in the half. Play clock approaching 10 seconds. Twin receiver set to the near side. Lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Play clock inside of 5. Nichols going to hand it off to Anderson. Steps through that first tackle. Finds his way out to the 37. That'll be another 3rd down upcoming here for the Colonels.
Looked like Damian Dudley in there that time, hanging on to the legs of Anderson as he had some turf in front of him again, but a good job by Dudley making the stop.
See what the Colonels draw up here. Clock continuing to roll inside of 4 minutes. And have trips to the top of the formation. Lone receiver set to the near side. Play clock down to 10. Nichols keeps it up the middle. Absorbs the first hit. And it will be a 4th down upcoming. Hunter Kennedy, first man on the spot for the Eagles.
Yeah, he stayed at home. Almost said watch for the draw there as they were setting up the formation, spreading everything out. Franklin County bringing pressure, but fortunate, quickly read that draw play. And Hunter Kennedy getting in there, making the first hit. Parker Scott coming over to help out with the rest of this Eagles defense. But it's 4th down and a little less than a yard here. They're leaving that offense out there.
Absolutely. As you're working the inside of 3:15. Looks like we may have a new quarterback in as Nichols down on the sideline. Not sure if that young man has a cramp, not being tended to. It's going to be Anderson taking the direct snap, and Franklin County going to jump off sides. Like that may be Landon Church on the near side. And just like that, miracles do happen as Nichols jumps up off the sideline.
Yeah, he's fine now. No problems. And we hope he's okay, obviously. But just may be their form of like a wildcat formation or something, a direct snap. As I'll tell you what, though, you're getting a great shot. And there it is from our sideline camera down there. Taylor Chitwood getting all the action down here on the home sideline tonight, getting a good shot from his position.
Also got Jamie Singleton, the eye in the sky, bringing you all those great shots as well. It'll be 1st down and 10 upcoming here for the Colonels. It's going to be a go route up both sidelines. Going to air that one out. And that pass will fall incomplete. We'll catch it on the Bob Parcell replay.
Stockton pleading his case over there as well as the Franklin County coaches. It was a late call from the official on that side, and we'll see right here, but I think it hits the turf. Stockton, yeah, definitely on the turf. Stockton just did a good job selling it.
See the blind guy on the far side there, making sure he could see the football. There you see the definitive call of incomplete. Good call there by the officials.
Absolutely the correct call.
So we'll remain 2nd down and 10 now from the 45. Franklin County looked like they were bringing pressure. And again, that one's going to get away from Nichols. First errant pass we saw from that young man on the evening.
Yeah, missed on that one. Overthrows his intended target out here on the left side, Casey. Really, as you said, the first real off-target throw we've seen him let go all night.
You know, we saw a lot of good teams this season, Derek, but this William Fleming Colonel offense, every time they take a snap, you hold your breath.
You really do. They've got the pieces. You got a great quarterback back there, everything that we're seeing to this point. And once this team puts it all together, I tell you, they're going to be really dangerous.
Trip set to the top of the formation. Steps up. Catch is going to be made at the 45. Decent coverage, but a great route and catch will be another first down by Casey. DeMontre Casey, and it will be 2:34 now left to play here in the half.
Yeah, 15 yards right there on 3rd down and 10. First down as the football is in Eagle territory. A great throw. I tell you, that was a bullet that time from Nichols.
So the Colonel's going to slow things down now that they've got inside of Eagle territory. They do have 2 timeouts remaining here in the half. They'll run out of the pistol. Tall sweep coming to the far side is Anderson. He's going to fall, puts the football on the ground. Going to have a flag also on the far side. So we'll let the blind guys sort this one out.
Anderson takes the toss. It was played well by the Eagles as they drive him backwards. And he just lost his footing on this new turf, and the knee goes down, but they continued to play. Penalty markers fly after the play was over, but we'll see what the call is.
Holding on the offense. Penalty will be declined after the big loss.
Not sure who they were throwing that penalty at, and very possibly could have been after the play was actually over. It happened so fast. But the Eagles will wisely decline that penalty after the big 6-yard loss.
It'll be 2nd down and 16. Clock rolling. 1:24 left to play here in the first half. As we said, Franklin County won the opening coin toss, deferred to the second half. So the Colonels would love to put points on the board here. Here's another fire up the sideline. And that pass will be overthrown. Andrews the intended target, but Jacob Stockton, great coverage on the near side.
Yeah, he was step for step with him that time. I tell you, Anderson's got some wheels down this sideline. Another pretty throw, but that was well overthrown a little bit to the inside. Good job by Stockton.
So that will stop the clock with 1:10 left to play, but also will bring up a big 3rd down and long for the Colonels.
Eagles have 3 timeouts in their pocket as well, depending on what happens here, if they can get the football back.
Defense has played well. They will run a player off late. It's the reverse coming back this way. Real Estate's going to open up across the 35, so it's going to bring up 4th down as Casey's going to carry it down to the 34. Parker Scott's going to run him down.
You know, a 12-yard gain there on the reverse. Fortunate for Franklin County, it was 4th and 16. It looked like the Eagles had it played well initially, but Casey able to break through.
Colonel's going to keep that offense on the field. Clock rolling inside of 30 seconds. Play clock inside of 10. They can get it down to 18 seconds, but they're going to take a timeout. Maybe take a shot here. With 26 seconds left to play in the half. We're tied up at 7. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Ball game tied up at 7 with 26 seconds. Big 4th down upcoming here. Quick hitter coming to the near side. Catch going to be made across the 25. Webb going to pick up the first down. We'll see if the Colonels take their final time out of the half. Clock is stopped while they move the chains. They will wind the clock there. Offense not getting on the football. Game clock inside of 10. Nichols runs out of the shotgun. He's going to fire it across the middle. Pass will fall incomplete. 4 seconds left. Belcher on the coverage. And it looks like a timeout will be called by the Colonels. With that being said, we'll take one more here in the first half. Game tied at 7. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Steve Maddie was born and raised right here in Franklin County. He graduated from Franklin County High School, went on to serve his country, graduated from Ferrum College and Liberty University School of Law, and then continued to serve his community. Now, as an attorney, he wants to service Franklin County as your Commonwealth's attorney and work with our great law enforcement to keep our county safe.
I am Steve Maddie, and I would appreciate your vote November the 5th, and I approve this message.
Colonel's going to line up for the field goal attempt. Snaps good, holds good. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. And that will end the first half of play. This game all tied up at 7. We're going to be back with our halftime. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
At the half, Franklin Finance scoreboard tied up at 7. Both of those touchdowns coming early in this ball game. Derek, hasn't been a pretty game on the field. What about on the stat sheet?
Not pretty at all on Franklin County's side, other than racking up some good yardage. Jalen Lee's got 92 yards on the ground, a big 57-yard run, the majority of that. But he does have 2 costly fumbles that were both lost and big turnovers. Luckett is 4 of 7 on the game with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. The touchdown, a big 73-yard completion to Garrett Garman. Belcher's got a catch for 6 yards. Keyshawn Wright, we saw him getting into the action in that second quarter. He's got 2 catches for 26 yards. 197 yards of total offense for Franklin County in that first half, but only 7 points to show for it. 4 costly turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumbles lost. Flip it over to the other side, 151 total yards for the Colonels, 103 of that coming on the ground. Nichols has 20 yards, Anderson has 40. Bonds doing some good work is that young man. He's got 24 yards. You saw Casey with a 12-yard gain and Bannister have a 7-yard carry. So several backs getting some action, but 103 yards on the ground for the Colonels. Nichols is 5 of 16 for 48 yards in that first half. A lot of drops on that side for the Colonels, or that could have been a bigger number. But 151 yards, and again, only the 7 points with no turnovers.
Time now for our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment. And boy, do these two teams need some adjusting at the half just to correct some things. Derek, it looked like the first game of the season with these two teams. Lots of mistakes, turnovers on the Eagles. Colonels just can't put the ball in the end zone. What do these two teams need to do here in the second half?
Find some hot hands. I'm going to chalk this one up to the first real cold night that either of these two teams have had to play football in here this season. And it's game 9. You know, this late in the season, it's going to start getting cold. I think the obvious for Franklin County, stop turning the football over. You're moving the ball. You've got 2 turnovers inside of the Kiefer Building Services red zone in that first half, 4 total. I think if the Eagles can take care of the football, the offense can take care of itself. The defense is playing well, not giving up a lot of yardage to this Colonel offense. The Colonel's able to take advantage of one of those turnovers early and pick up the touchdown. But I think your defense is settled in. if you're Franklin County, you've got to stop turning the football over. On the flip side, I think you got to be fairly happy if you're the Colonels, other than not catching the football. I think if the Colonels start catching the football and the Eagles stop turning it over in this second half, it could be a real good football game.
Absolutely. Starting with the Eagles for me, if you're Franklin County, I know you want to establish that run, but you're finding a lot of success in that short yardage passing game. Getting those playmakers the football in space. Also, we saw there towards the end of the first half, you were picking up good chunks of yards running the football. Can you maintain that throughout the second half? Again, I think for Franklin County, it's not turning the football over, just like you said, but also finding some momentum, sustained drives that are capitalized by points at the end. Even if you're just getting a chance for Chandler Holly to put his foot on the football. Flip it over and you look at William Fleming. I want to see them putting that football back on the ground. They were finding success early in this one. Their first touchdown was a big run. I want to see them finding and start churning out some yards on the ground, getting the ball in those playmakers' hands with an opportunity. They've had some opportunities in the passing game that have come up a little bit short, but it seems like every time they put the ball on the running game, I feel like they've got an opportunity to break it. And one of these two teams is going to have to break this 7-7 stalemate, and that's our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment, brought to you by Dr. Marlene Skillen and Dr. Kim Skillen, your locally owned chiropractor in Franklin County, treating a wide range of injuries from motor vehicle accidents to athletic injuries and many others. So let Rocky Mount Chiropractic help you improve your life and well-being. We said they're located across from the beautiful campus of Franklin County High School, and they're a proud sponsor of Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Also our other wonderful sponsors of Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Steve Maddie for Commonwealth's Attorney, Bob Parcell Realtor with Remax Mountain to Lake Realty, Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, Franklin Finance, Rhodes, Ferguson, and Stone Attorneys at Law, Budget Blinds, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Carillion, Rocky Mount Chiropractic, Christina Deffabaugh at Weichert Realtors, Bridges and Company, Willard Insurance with Erie Insurance, Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory, Farm Credit, re-elect Bill Overton for Sheriff. Also, we've got Kiefer Building Services, re-elect Margaret Torrance for Commissioner of Revenue, and the Harvester Performance Center, which you'll see the Harvester Performance Center highlights coming up after this ball game. Not a lot here in the first half, but I'm expecting that to change in the second half. So at the half, game tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Willard Insurance Agency. Visit willardinsurance.org.
Erie Insurance.
Beltran Stockton back deep, but this is going to be a squib kick. Parker Scott's going to fall on it at the 34, just shy of the 35. I tell you, Derek, this cold weather, hard football, cold hands coming out of that locker room.
I'll tell you what, it's just that thing is hard to hang on to tonight for these Eagles. Just a good squib kick there, trying to make something happen for the Colonels. They'll give Franklin County good field position, as luckily Parker Scott had plenty of room around him there to fall back on that football. But I tell you, it's going to be an important possession for the Eagles to see if they can come out of the locker room here at halftime and get something going.
Receivers split out to each side. Luckett out of the I formation. It's going to be the freshman fullback, Keyshawn Wright, getting the first carry out to the 39. That's good yards on first down on his first carry of the night.
Yeah, you don't see the Eagles haven't been able to find much success with that after that first game, but look at that blocking up front. Great job opening up the trap over the left side, and a 4-yard gain for Keyshawn Wright.
Henderson will make the stop for the Colonels, as the Eagles will operate second down and 6 from the 39. Receivers split out to each side. Wright and Lee in the backfield. It will be play action. Luckett's going to fire this one deep up the seam, overthrows Garmin. I'll tell you, if Nichols can get that head on a swivel, he would have had another opportunity for that one.
Yeah, I know we find lots of success with this play. But right there, it really wasn't open. It double coverage out there with the safety Nichols playing center field. Garmin had the step, but you take a 3rd down now and 6 when you're at 2nd down and 6 after a good pickup, and you've almost put yourself behind the sticks here.
Eagles go tight to the near side. It will be Lee getting the carry. Nothing doing there across the 40-yard gain's going to bring up 4th down, and Luckett going to have to punt this one away.
Anderson up to make the stop on Jalen Lee, and that's what I mean there. Do that on 2nd down and see where it gets you if it allows you then to make a little better play on 3rd down. I like the throwing the ball deep. Obviously, you have success, so not trying to knock that. It just really put yourself behind the sticks when you can't hook up on that one.
Casey back deep for the Colonels inside of his own 25, back to his own 22. Flag's going to fly. Will be a false start on the near side. We'll back them up, give Luckett a little bit more room to punt this one away.
He'll need a good one here, as the football's now at the 35.
Casey will move up to the 27. Good snap here. See if Luckett can get a good boot on this one. Spiraling kick. Fair catch going to be called for. And it will bounce back out to the 28. That's where the Colonels will take over with their first offensive possession. Eagles squander theirs. We'll see what the Colonels can do here.
Yeah, 37-yard punt there for Luckett after the backwards roll. But Franklin County, not the way you want to start your first offensive possession out of the gates here in the second half with a 3-and-out.
See what the Colonels can do here. 1st down and 10. They're going to be working from their own 28-yard line. Move the ball deep into Eagle territory to close out the first half. Came up short. Missed a field goal attempt. It's going to be a handoff to Bonds. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Works his way forward across the 30 to the 31. Parker Scott will make the stop.
A good job again by that young man. I feel like we've said this a lot tonight. The number 11 crashing down from that outside linebacker position. Wraps Bonds up right at the original line of scrimmage, but somehow that young man continues to move forward and fall forward, able to pick up about 3 yards.
Casey comes across the formation. Quick hitter to the near side. Freezes the linebacker. And that's Holland on the coverage. English makes the catch, but that will be a 1st down for the Colonels.
Give him 8 yards there. And a good throw and catch for Nichols to English.
1st down and 10 from the 39. Those were the passes that we're seeing fall innocently to the turf in the first half.
He only 5 of 16 in that first half for Nichols.
Trips to the top of the formation. Handoff to Bonds. Nothing doing there. Eagles shoring up this run game on this drive.
Yeah, looks like initially there's some adjustments made up front and in this run game. You're right, a little read option here it looks like, as he'll give it off to Bonds late. And we've seen this all season long. If you stretch this defense out side to side, east to west, they do a good job closing in. And Parker Scott again in there and Witcher as well.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. If you're just joining us, we've got 9:02 left to play in the 3rd quarter. This ball game tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Twin receivers set out to each side. Nichols alone in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper coming across the right side. He's going to stumble. Looks like he may have ran up the back of one of his blockers. No real gain on the play there. Parker Scott makes the stop.
Yeah, his 3rd tackle already here in the second half, and you'll see it. They'll fake the little pitch up to the back, and then maybe steps on the leg, it looked like, of Henderson possibly, allowing Parker Scott to get over and make the stop.
A lot of real estate there to work with. Another big 3rd down upcoming here for the Colonels. They're going to have 2 receivers split out to each side. Franklin County gets the defense set late. Curl route coming to the near side. Great defense on the far side. And we're starting to see some defensive adjustments here for the Eagles as Belcher steps in front of that one to deflect it away.
Yeah, great play by that young man out there on the island. by himself. Another really good throw by Nichols. Put it on the spot, but you'll see the replay right there, getting in there and knocking it away. A good job by Belcher there.
Bannister on to punt this one away from inside of his own 30. Ziegler's going to be deep. We'll see if the Eagles decide to bring pressure on this one. They will. Bannister gets the punt away, will bounce at the 37 and roll its way inside the 25 down to the 23. And great job there by Bannister to flip the field position.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no chance at a return there for Ziegler at all to get over there. Too dangerous with the short kick. And I tell you, Bannister's just doing a good job. He's got that forward roll working for him tonight as the football rolls inside the 25 down to the 23.
It's the second time this afternoon, this evening, that he's able to flip the field position. So Franklin County's going to have the ball first down and 10 to start this drive from the 23-yard line. They're going to put 10 guys in the box there. It's going to be Lee across the left side. He's going to be wrapped up. Whistle will blow. No gain on the play there.
Payne getting credit for the stop as the Colonels likewise stack the box completely that time as well, with nothing doing at all for Jalen Lee on the carry.
$7:23 left to play here in the third quarter. Franklin County stays with the tight formation. Like it's going to hand off to Lee. Steps through the hole. Will fall across the 25. Works his way out to the 27. And another big third down upcoming here.
Yeah, he had a lot of real estate this time, as really the best hole that we've seen up front for Lee to run through. And just gets tripped up. But I tell you what, he had a lot of room to run. Good job by the big guys up front that time, opening up some running lanes over that right side.
It'll be third down and 6. Play clock inside of 15. Two receivers set tight to the top of the formation. Lee coming across the near side, runs into the first defender. Nothing doing there. Picks up a yard out to the 29. And Franklin County just going to punt this football away.
It went right back to it, hoping for a little more success. But read well by the Colonels that time. Hartzell making the stop. Back-to-back 3-and-outs for Franklin County on their two possessions.
Casey back deep. Luckett high end over end kick. Going to have to take a big bounce. It will not do so. Rolls back to the 40. And that is where the Colonels will take over. So they're winning the field position battle.
32-yard punt that time for Luckett. Not his best effort. And you could see it when it came off of his foot. Wobbled out across the 40 and then out of bounds. Pretty good field position as you see the replay here.
CD on the Bob Parcell replay. Looked like the Colonels were looking to get into position. Franklin County quickly going to the kick. Nonetheless, it will be first down and 10 upcoming here for the Colonels at their own 40-yard line. Points have been at a premium tonight. Mistakes have not for either of these two teams. Nichols going to hand it off to Anderson. He's going to hit the second jet across midfield, absorbs the big hit. And he will be brought down to 46 by Ziegler.
14-yard gain for Anderson. As you see the Bob Parcell replay, gets the edge, crosses midfield, and then down to the 46, as you said. Big gain.
Going to take it right back up the middle. Anderson's going to work his way across the 45. Words being exchanged with Henderson as he loses his helmet.
4-yard gain for Anderson that time, and the Colonels getting a little rhythm here and momentum on their offensive side.
Going to have an official timeout. Not sure what they're picking up off the field there.
Mouthpiece.
Multiple. Hopefully both halves.
Henderson not only lost his helmet, he lost his mouthpiece. They were throwing it to the sideline.
Well, Derek, have you ever had to try to talk with your mouth?
It's tough. You can't do it. So you spit that thing out quickly.
Hand off up the middle. It's Anderson working his way to the 41. He's going to bring up another third down here. I feel like we're on repeat here in this second half. Third down, third down, third down. Neither team really able to convert them. We'll see what the Colonels can do here in Eagle territory at the 40.
Well, and I think 4-down territory here as well as they give him out to the 40. A good spot across the way. Makes it 3rd down and 4. I think no matter what happens here, you'll see the Colonels keep that offense on the field.
Play clock moving inside of 15. Anderson will come to the right of Nichols. He's going to get the football on the stretch, looking to get to the corner. Cut down at the 40. It looks like they're going to give him out to about the 38. Ziegler cuts him down there.
Yeah, what a great play there by Tyshawn Ziegler. They'll mark it down at the 39, so a 2-yard gain on 3rd down and 4. But a great play by Ziegler. It looked like initially Anderson was going to have the edge and enough for the 1st down. But the closing speed, and again, good open field tackling by Tyshawn Ziegler.
Play clock inside of 10. The Colonel's going to have to quickly get on the football here. Look like they're going to go direct snap to Anderson. Going to run a player off late, and the Colonel's going to have to take a timeout. Is Coach Lovelace not happy with Nick Andrews? He has to take that timeout. We'll take 1, 2, 3:27 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Game tied up at 7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Anderson lined up to take the direct snap here on 4th down. It's going to be a keeper, finds the edge, runs up the back of his blockers, rolls forward, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. See where that football is going to be marked. The mark is going to be huge here, Derek.
Sure is. That looks like he's going to be a little bit short, but it is all about the spot. And it looked like Franklin County had him hemmed up in the backfield, and it will be a turnover on downs.
You see Will Harrison, Johnny on the spot looking, eyeing that football up, helping the blind guys. Great effort here by the Colonels. You see Anderson shed the 1st tackle, sheds the 2nd. Hunter Kennedy's going to make the stop, but Will Harrison was the one who prevented the 1st down.
He sure did a great job, and I tell you what, he got down in there and made a close look at the spot, lining it up, signaling that it was going to be short.
So Eagles, big opportunity here, 1st down and 10 from the 32. On the turnover on downs.
But what are you going to do to take advantage of it? What are you going to do to capitalize?
Well, they're going to spread the field back out with a receiver to each side. Quick hitter to the near side. And Garmin, pass a little bit high.
Yeah.
Will drop the football, but it will fall innocently to the turf.
Yeah, we've seen him catch so many of those that you almost expect him to come up with this one. But that pass is high as it floated on him. As it just out of the reach.
Well, best case scenario there, if you're Garmin, you're getting hit in the rib cage.
Right.
If you make that catch. You got to put that ball on target. You can't overthrow also your receivers because these defensive backs are ready to capitalize.
Absolutely.
Eagles will go back to the air, double move. Luckett flushed out of the pocket. Going to pull this football down across the 40. Looks to get to the 1st down. That young man, as you saw, going to the sideline, picks those eyes up, finds that down marker, and makes sure he picks up enough yards.
Yep, he needed 10. He got 11, maybe 12. Eaton chases him out of bounds, but I'll tell you, Luckett, he's got sneaky speed here, Kevin, as he makes an evasive move there. And then Eaton runs him out of bounds about the 47-yard line, and they'll give him the 49. Another tough spot going against the Colonels there.
Eagles will go back to the tight formation. Lee, last man through, is going to get the football, follows the big guys up the middle, and works his way out to about the 46-yard line. And that's the run game that we've saw out of the Eagles for most of this season.
First time we've seen them go to the counter tonight, and you see Stockton blocking down there on that counter as well. Lee tucks it in there behind, does a good job hanging on to that football. You see him right there, both arms on the football. A good gain of 5.
Anderson makes the stop for the Colonels. We've got 2:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Still looking for our first points of the second half on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. They'll go to the same play, far side. Lee's going to drop at the 44, close to the 45, 46, close to the 45.
Yeah, lost his footing there on the cutback. He had, again, plenty of room outside to bounce this one, it looks like, but he's trying to tuck it back up inside and follow that kick-out block. Just lost his footing, no gain.
So it'll be a third down upcoming here for the Eagles. Need to get down to the 41-yard line. Clock continuing to roll, 1.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles will go to the air. Quick hitter catch will be made at the 39. That's Garrett Garman. And you like that look a little bit better, Derek. The only person to have an opportunity at that one was going to be Garman.
Yeah, and he had to make a great catch there. Is that one a little bit lower and outside than you want it to be, but a good, smart throw there, like you said, away from the defense. Only person that has a chance at that one is Garman, and he made a great grab for the first down.
Be first down and 10 from the 39. They'll go back to the tight formation. Two receivers set tight to the near side. Will be Lee once again right up the middle, churning out the yards across the 35. And this is more indicative of a Franklin County drive this season, just turning up good yardage, going to the air. We have not saw a drive like this all night.
Yeah, they really are chewing up some clock, putting together some consecutive positive plays. Another good 4-yard pickup there for Lee. But a drive that, started well back in their own territory. They're really putting it together here as the third quarter winds down.
It'll be second down and 6 with 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles will stay out of the same formation. Lee, last man through, is going to get the football. Big hole opens up across the 30. Picks up the first down. Clock will stop 19 seconds as they reset the chains.
Exactly 6 yards there to pick up the first down. Got down to the 29-yard line before Eaton makes the stop.
They'll wind the clock with 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. See if Franklin County runs one more play. They will do just that. It's going to be Lee. Kicks it back to the outside. Stiff arm. Great open field tackle, but a big gain there on first down. Bannister brings him down. You see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. And that will also end the third quarter of play. Still tied up 7 apiece on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to be back with the fourth quarter. Don't want to miss this one. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Bill Overding. As the Eagles reach the halfway mark of the 2019 season, we can feel the excitement in the air as it intensifies, as the commitment of their hard work is leading them to victories. I'm running for re-election, and I wanted you to know that I am committed to keeping you, your family, your property, and this great county in which we live safe and protected. That's why I'm asking for your vote on November the 5th.
Back now to start the fourth quarter. It's going to be Lee coming across the near side. He's going to be ran down at the 21. Payne in on the stop. 1 yard gain on the play. Bring up a third down and 2 for the Eagles.
Big third down here in the fourth quarter. You're knocking on the door of the Kiefer Building Services red zone. Eagles with 2-yard pickup will get into that red zone again as they are trying to find points.
Luckett's going to go to the air, has right out here. Catch is going to be made. He's going to roll down to the 15-yard line. Anderson's going to knock him out. And the Eagles will once again enter the Kiefer Building Services red zone. If you need a new deck, home improvement, or electrical work, call Kiefer Building Services at 540-420-0717 or visit them on the web at kieferbuildingservices.com. And great job there by the freshman Keyshawn Wright, wrapping that football up, picking up the first down. Franklin County, we saw this song and dance before in the Kiefer Building Services red zone.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already inside this red zone for Franklin County, obviously doing all they can here to avoid doing that again.
High formation. Lee, last man through, is going to get the football. Big hole's going to open up, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. 15-yard touchdown run by the freshman, Jalen Lee. Great blocking up front. And, Derek, that play was made because of perfect timing. That touchdown came at no better time than right now. And now is the time to buy or sell your single-family dwelling. And we'll continue that after the extra point. But Jalen Lee making up for some prior mistakes, putting the Eagles on top 13-7.
What a job by Tristan Adams leading the way.
Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. Franklin County leads 14-7, but as we said, that play can come at no better time. And if you're looking to buy or sell your single-family dwelling, call Christina Deffenbaugh at 540-420-0485 because now is the time to make your move. Or you can shoot her an email at christina.drealtor@yahoo.com. Guys, it's all about timing, and that great play was brought to you by Christina Deffenbaugh at Weichert Realtors, Bridges & Company. And you'll also be able to see it on the Harvester Performance Center highlights coming up after the ball game. We've got 11:08 left to play in this one. Franklin County regains the lead 14-7. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, I am Margaret Torrance, Commissioner of Revenue for Franklin County. On November 5th, I am seeking re-election. With 31 years of experience in the Commissioner's office, I have the knowledge and experience which makes me the most qualified candidate for the job. I would appreciate the opportunity to continue serving the citizens of Franklin County as your Commissioner of Revenue. Remember to vote for experience on November the 5th. Vote Margaret Torrance for Commissioner of Revenue.
Bannister and Andrews back deep as Franklin County finds a little bit of breathing room, up 14-7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Bit of a squib kick into no man's land. That one's going to be to Nelson. He's going to field it. And this Colonel offense will get a crack at this one. The 11:07 left to play here in the fourth quarter. They've moved the ball at times, Derek, but just like the Eagles, have not been able to put the ball in the end zone with much consistency.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like after picking up a couple of first downs, and the Colonels have been able to pick up a couple of first downs, seemingly drive after drive, it's like stalls out there on a third down or a fourth down, going for it, losing it. Just haven't been able to complete the drive.
It's going to be a handoff to Bonds up the middle. Give him a little over 2 yards. Give him 3 yards there on first down. Tyler Meany's going to step up and make the stop. We told you in our pregame this was going to be an exciting one. Two teams fired up in this one. Have two receivers set to the top of the formation, one receiver to the near side. There's a good look at the quarterback, Nichols. He's going to drop back, double move on the near side. Pocket's going to disintegrate, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. And there you see crawling off the bottom of that pile, going to be big number 71. I believe that's Rashad Menifee.
Sure is. What a good job by big Rashad Menifee getting in there and disrupting that pocket. And you'll see him wrap up Nichols and bring him down for the loss.
Exciting play for that young man on the defensive front. It's going to be third down behind the chains, third down and 12. Three receivers set to the top of the formation. Eagles showing pressure up the middle, play clock inside of 5. Eagles bring pressure up the middle Receiver up the near side is going to be Bannister. That catch is going to be complete down to the 32. We'll catch this one on the Bob Parcell replay.
What a grab by Bannister down here. They'll mark him out at the 32. A big gainer. I don't know if we'll catch it on the Bob Parcell replay or not, as he will come into the screen. But a beautiful throw and catch by Bannister, and a great call down on this side by the blind guys. Noticed that one perfectly. What a gain.
Big play there on 3rd down and long. They're knocking on the door of the Kiefer Building Services red zone now. 1st down and 10 from the 32. It's going to be a keeper. He's got a lot of real estate out here to work with. Kennedy's going to make the stop out at the 28. You start to see the confidence brewing for this Colonel offense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It looked like initially had a lot of room, as you'll see it right there on the replay. But a good job again by Hunter Kennedy. How many times have we said he sheds his blocker and comes over to make a good tackle?
9-10 left to play in this one. Eagles up 14-7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Andrews comes across the formation. They're going to run to the weak side of the field. First man through looks like it's going to be Harrison to cut him down. Flag's going to fly in. We'll wait for the blind guys to figure this one out.
Harrison's helmet came off, but he did make a great play up in there. Colonels are pointing towards the Eagles.
Face mask. Must have been as he was going to the ground. You'll see the flag come in. Official seeing it, Johnny on the spot.
Just the 5-yard variety. So it will still be 3rd down. It's a big break for the Eagles.
Ball's going to be placed inside the 25, close to the 24. Colonels will look to the sideline for the play. 2 receivers to the top, lone receiver set to the near side. Definitely 4-down territory. Colonels looking to go to the air. They've got a wheel route, got a receiver across the middle of the field, and it will fall incomplete, and DeMontra Casey is going to be seeing that one in his sleep. That's a thing of nightmares, Derek.
Yes, it is, but it was a beautiful throw. He was wide open. What a play call and design on this pass pattern. You don't see folks get this open against this Eagles secondary, and he was wide open in the middle of the end zone, and he just let it get through his hands.
Not only does it take 6 points off the Franklin Finance scoreboard, but it also brings up a 4th down for the Colonels. We saw them go to the Wildcat in this situation.
Colonels no real hurry here, running out, getting set as the play clock going to be down to 10.
Trip set to the top of the formation. Nichols is going to keep the football up the middle. He's going to reach. And we'll just wait for the spot on this one, Derek.
Yeah, I think he's short. He's well short, a yard short. You can wait for it if you want to. He's short.
Damian Dudley stepping up, making the stop. Spots have been suspect for both sides here tonight, so we'll wait for that one. But it will be a 1st down for the Eagles. Huge momentum swing there for Franklin County.
Well, it's exactly what we talked about when the Colonels took over this possession. Can they put a complete drive together? You know, they had the play. They had the pass. They had the receiver wide open in the end zone, and he just couldn't haul it in. And then they end up turning it over on 4th down again. I think the 3rd time tonight the Eagles have stopped them on 4th down.
Lee, last man through, is going to get the football, keeping those feet churning, hold on to that football. He's going to work his way all the way out to the 28-yard line. Good gainer there on 1st down.
Yeah, very good job. Great blocking up in there. Chase Austin, you'll see him leading the way. Number 4 right there is on his hands and knees, bear crawling, leading the way out front. And it looks like the Colonels have a man down.
That's Sharif Anderson, so we'll step aside here. Eagles up 14-7 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 7:46 left to play in this one. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office. Stage, nursery, Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Willard Insurance Agency. Visit willardinsurance.org.
Erie Insurance.
Second down here as Anderson makes his way to the sideline. Looks like that football may be on the ground. Eagles appear to have pounced back on it.
Yep, Lee mishandled the handoff, but able to get back on it.
So it'll be a big third down upcoming here for Franklin County, deep in their own territory. They've been fairly conservative on their play calls here in the second half.
Yeah, this is a big conversion. You need to pick up this first down to chew away some more clock. The Colonels have their offense working, as we just saw another drive stall, but you definitely don't want to give the football back to them on a 3 and out after you get the turnover. 6 down linemen for the Colonels.
The run out of the pistol. It's going to be Lee to the far side. Hits the big hole across the 40, 45, 50. Looking for a block downfield. Lowers that shoulder, and that's a freshman streaking up the sideline. And we've said it all season. If he can get some open real estate to work with, he can turn those Jets on.
38-yard gain there for Jalen Lee. Again, you give him the toss, get him out on that edge. Great blocking out there, sealing the edge, and great downfield blocking as well by Garmin out there. As Lee lowers the boom about the 35-yard line, he gets knocked out of bounds there, but a 38-yard gain.
We're inside of 6:45 now left to play in this one. Franklin County worked the ball inside of the Colonel 35-yard line. 2 receivers set to the near side. Belcher comes across the formation. Lee, last man through, going to get the football. He's going to roll forward across the 30. And Derek, you see what a big run can do. That young man, eyes up, looking for the hole, keeping those feet moving. One play making all the difference in his night.
Yeah, give him another 6-yard gain there. The confidence is back for that young man, no doubt about it, as he is really having a good night on the ground.
Anderson on the stop. It will be 2nd down and 4. Clock rolling as we approach 6 minutes now left to play in this ball game. Franklin County runs with the twin set tight to the top of the formation, out of the eye. Tall sweep coming to Lee. He's got Wright out in front of him. Big block there by Keyshawn Wright. And Jalen Lee's going to work his way inside of the Kiefer Building Services red zone. Mark him down at the 19-yard line. And if you need a new deck, home improvement, or electrical work, call Kiefer Building Services 540-420-0717 or visit them on the web at www.kieferbuildingservices.com.
Quietly 178 yards on the ground for the freshman Jalen Lee now after that 10-yard pickup.
Will be 1st down and 10 from the 19. Play clock inside of 5. Tall sweep to Lee, and what an individual effort there on the outside. That's Sharif Anderson, the young man that we just saw go down with an injury, and that's an individual effort making a big difference in this one.
Yeah, he really blew up the block there on the toss sweep, able to come over and get in the backfield and disrupt that play. You'll see it right there, number 5 coming up, takes on the block. Actually, he didn't blow up the block. He went down to a knee after the block and still was able to make the play.
Be a loss on the play, 2nd down and 12. Back out to the 21. Chase Austin comes across the formation. It's going to be Lee looking to bounce it to the outside. Stays on his feet across the 15. Good gainer there to make it a 3rd down and manageable for the Eagles.
Yep, give him 7 yards there before Eaton able to make the stop. But Lee really does a good job cutting back inside there, finds his blockers and tucks in behind them.
Franklin County would love to pick up the 1st down here, continue to chew the clock. So we are inside of 4:20 left to play here in the 4th.
And you think back to that big 3rd and 7. There were 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Picking up that 1st down, if nothing else, has allowed the Eagles to run 3 more minutes off the clock.
Run out of the I formation. Jalen Lee dots the I. He's going to get the football, looking for blocks on the outside, continuing to bounce it out. We'll see where this football is going to be marked on the far side.
Bonds finally coming in, knocking him out of bounds, but you'll see on the Bob Parcell replay here as Jalen Lee, again, another carry over the right side, tucks in behind those big blockers and continues to fight ahead for yardage. It's going to be 4th down and I think about 1 here.
Eagle sideline getting fired up across the way. Inside of 15 on the play clock, 3:23 on the game clock.
See if they don't just try to draw them off sides.
Luckett's going to come under center, hands it off to Jalen Lee. Looks to get the push, will not get it. And the Colonels will turn this football, and they will have the ball 1st down and 10 deep in their own territory.
We're a little bit surprised there that the Eagles didn't go to the field goal team there to try to get the points and stretch it out to a 2-possession game well inside the range, no doubt, of Holly. Instead, try to go for it there on 4th down and 1 and don't make it. I understand the thinking there, chewing up this clock, picking up that 1st down. Your offense is moving the football. No reason to think that you couldn't get it. But would have been a tough spot there to try to get that extra 3 points.
So 1st down and 10 with 3:06 left to play in this one. The Colonels will go to the air wheel route coming to the near side. Throws it back across the middle of the field. Hit as he catches the football, but the catch will be made by Andrews. Big gainer there out to the 30.
That's a 20-yard pickup.
Now for a William Fleming 1st down out across the 30. Clock will continue to move inside of 3 minutes. Colonels needing a little bit of a sense of urgency. They do have 2 timeouts left. It will go back to the air, has a receiver up the sideline, and the pass interference flag will fly. Bannister, the intended target. They're going to hit Belcher.
Yeah, no doubt about that one, as Belcher had him tied up all the way. Not even a question about that call. Honestly, high school football is not a bad play if you know you're going to get beat anyway, which he was, because Bannister had put the double move on him. You give up the 15 yards there, but you're not giving up the score.
So it'll be a 1st down. It will mark the ball at the 46-yard line. Clock will be stopped with 2:41 left to play. Going to run 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Empty set for Nichols. Andrews comes to the top of the formation, looks to get the mismatch. A lot of real estate coming to the near side. Will step out of bounds at midfield, give him to the 49. Had a little bit more real estate there.
Yep, give him 5 yards, and he'll get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Colonels do have 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles, their full buffet of 3. Be 2nd down upcoming here for the Colonels.
Really have found another good rhythm here on offense as well.
Pass to the near side. Bannister's going to make the catch at the 41. That will be another 1st down. Clock will stop. 2:28 as they move the chains.
A great grab down here by Bannister, and we're seeing those passes that weren't caught in that 1st half now being caught for the Colonels.
If you're the Eagles, you do not want to get beat deep here. Straight keeper across the far side for Nichols. Cuts back inside. Going to be met. Dragged down at the 35 by Hunter Kennedy. We'll see if the Eagles take a timeout to look to slow this momentum down. 2 minutes left to play.
Give him 7 yards on the cutback. Eagles defense making a substitution here.
Chrisman will check into the ball game. 1:50 left to play. Nichols drops back. He has a lot of real estate. Flag's going to fly. Receiver will fall down. May have a hold here in the offensive backfield. It is holding on the Colonels. Big play there.
Yeah, that's a huge call. That's a spot foul as well. You'll see Parker Scott trying to get by. And not sure who they called that one on. Henderson looked like he reached out to try to hold Parker Scott, but I didn't look like he got enough of him if the penalty marker was thrown in his direction. That's a tough call for the Colonels.
See if we can see that one again on the Bomb Parcell replay. She said, didn't look like much going on there, Derek. Such a pivotal moment. See here coming from the outside. But it will be second down and a long 19 upcoming here. Colonel's going to draw back, has Bannister out here. Catch is going to be made. He's off to the races, no doubt about that one. And the Colonels are an extra point away from tying up this ball game with 1 minute and 32 seconds left to play.
What a throw and catch from Nichols to Bannister as they connect on a 49-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful pitch and catch there, no doubt about it. See if the Colonels can add the extra point. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 1:32 left to play in this one, we're all tied up on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Steve Maddie was born and raised right here in Franklin County. He graduated from Franklin County High School, went on to serve his country, graduated from Ferrum College and Liberty University School of Law, and then continued to serve his community. Now, as an attorney, he wants to service Franklin County as your Commonwealth's attorney and work with our great law enforcement to keep our county safe.
I am Steve Maddie, and I would appreciate your vote November the 5th, and I approve this message.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Bill Overding. As the Eagles reach the halfway mark of the 2019 season, we can feel the excitement in the air as it intensifies, as the commitment of their hard work is leading them to victories. I'm running for re-election, and I wanted you to know that I am committed to keeping you, your family, your property, and this great county in which we live safe and protected. That's why I'm asking for your vote on November the 5th.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
All tied up at 14 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Colonels have this one teed up. They will kick off to the Eagles. It's going to be Stockton. He's going to be hit at the 30. And that's where the Eagles will take over. They've got 3 timeouts and 1 minute and 28 seconds. But you also, as much as you would love to get an opportunity to score, you do not want to turn this football over deep in your own territory.
Right. The Colonels have 2 timeouts to use as well. You've got to move the football and keep the clock rolling. I think if you can get past midfield in a pretty quick amount of time, so you have some options of taking a shot to the end zone.
Eagles will run the tight formation here. First down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Luckett will drop back. He's going to hold the football. He's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Clock will continue to roll. 1:15 now left to play.
That's what you can't do. You're better off there to throw that football away and stop the clock. Eagles in no real hurry here as they go to the huddle. They're not taking the timeout. Henderson comes up to make the stop on Luckett. Clock now down to a minute.
So it'll be second down and 10 upcoming here. Quick hitter to the near side to Garmin. Catch is going to be made. Stiff arm, cuts back inside, and will be dragged. Stays inbounds.
And short of the first down. As good as it is to pick up the yardage, it's more important to get out of bounds instead of trying to get 3 more yards right there. And it cost the Eagles a timeout.
They will take the timeout here with third down and 1, 42 seconds left. We'll take a timeout too. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12 Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
Receiver set out to each side. Luckett, quick hitter, overthrows his intended target, will stop the clock, will not force the Colonels to take the timeout. And what do you do here, Derek? Do you have to punt this football away?
Absolutely. No choice but to punt the football away.
To give all the credit here to the Colonels, putting themselves in position to get the football back with 38 seconds left to play in this one. They've hung around, they've tied the ball game up, and they're going to have an opportunity here as Luckett looks to get this one. End over end kicks, going to drive Bannister deep. He's going to field this one and innocently work his way out at the 20. So the Colonels with 2 timeouts and 30 seconds to work with. And they've got the momentum in their favor.
And we've seen the kicker have the distance from 40. He was just off target to end the half, but he's got the leg from 40, and we know that Nichols can throw the thing a mile, and he's got the guys to go get it. I tell you what, this one is shaping up to be an exciting ending.
And you can see the excitement mounting here on the Colonel sideline. They'll put the offense on the field, resetting with 29 seconds left to play in this one. Trip set to the top of the formation. Nichols just going to heave this one deep. Opportunity will fall innocently to the turf. A little bit of an errant throw there. Tyshawn Ziegler can't quite make a play on it.
Well, Nichols gets hit right as he lets it go as well. But it looked like Ziegler had the bead on it right here, just couldn't get across. And what a turnover that would have been.
Clock will stop with 21 seconds now left to play in this one. The incomplete pass, it does give them an opportunity to take their time getting to the line. Nichols once again will be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Colonels will have to take a timeout. 13 seconds left. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
Third down upcoming here after the timeout, 13.5 seconds remaining. Bannister will go into motion. Eagles will pick him up. Nichols will look to go through the air. Pressure being applied here. Looking to extend the play out. Will stay inbounds. 3 seconds. We'll see if the Eagles call the timeout. They will. With 1.8 seconds, they're going to force the Colonels to punt this football away.
They're not going to punt the football. They're going to throw it deep. You've got 1.8 seconds to go. There's no reason to punt it. The play will run the clock out. Now you've given them an opportunity to throw another deep ball and try to score.
Another opportunity to thank our wonderful sponsors of Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network. Steve Maddie for Commonwealth's Attorney. Bob Parcell with Remax Mountain Lake Realty. Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane. Franklin Finance. Rhodes, Ferguson, and Stone Attorneys at Law. Budget Blinds. Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law. Carillion. Rocky Mount Chiropractic. Christina Defaball at Weichert Realtors, Bridges & Company. Willard Insurance with Erie Insurance. Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory. Farm Credit. Re-elect Bill Overton for Sheriff. Also re-elect Margaret Torrance for Commissioner of Revenue, Kiefer Building Services, and the Harvester Performance Center, who will bring you our Harvester highlights following the ball game. As we reset, 1.8 seconds left in regulation. Ball game all tied up at 14. And the Colonels with one more opportunity here. Franklin County takes the timeout.
And why don't you just drop your guys all the way back? Give them 60 yards. They've got 92 to go or 82 to go.
As Nichols will just give himself up. And that will end a regulation. We'll not get a penalty on that one. And we're going to overtime here in Week 10. We're going to be back with Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
When your house becomes a powerhouse, something amazing happens. You get internet speeds from 50 megs up to 1 gig. So you can stream, play, or download with virtually no waiting or lag throughout your house. Ridiculously fast speeds, now more affordable than ever. Powerhouse by Chantel.
You know, some call pimento cheese the caviar of the South. So why is it being wasted on chips and celery?
Yeah, it's about time pimento cheese got the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
What better way to enjoy melty, cheddary pimento cheese than on the South's best biscuit? A Bojangles Fresh Buttery Biscuit.
Try Bojangles' new pimento cheese biscuit for just $1.69. We made the perfect biscuit perfecter.
Bojangles. It's Bo time, y'all.
How do you know her?
I thought you did.
No.
The Colonels win the coin toss here in overtime, elect to put their defense on the field first. Ball will be placed at the 10-yard line. Lee right up the middle. Squirts forward, stays on his feet, comes out of nowhere. Down to the 4-yard line.
Bannister makes the stop, but a 6-yard gain for Jalen Lee, and where did that come from?
We'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Follows his blockers right up the middle. Right past the Colonel defenders. Play clock inside of 20 seconds. Again, both teams have 4 plays to score. They will alternate possessions. Second down and goal from the 4. Luckett, naked bootleg coming to the far side, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. 4-yard touchdown run by Josh Luckett, and again, deceptive speed. Looked like it was going to be closed up, but he puts his foot on the gas pedal and finds his way into the end zone.
Well, deceptive play call there. Great one is Luckett on the bootleg.
And an all-important extra point upcoming here for Holly. Snaps a little high, holds good, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Franklin County adds 7. And now the Colonels will put their offense on the field. We'll be back. You're watching Eagle Football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Bill Overding. As the Eagles reach the halfway mark of the 2019 season, we can feel the excitement in the air as it intensifies, as the commitment of their hard work is leading them to victories. I'm running for re-election, and I wanted you to know that I am committed to keeping you, your family, your property, and this great county in which we live safe and protected. That's why I'm asking for your vote on November the 5th.
Steve Maddie was born and raised right here in Franklin County. He graduated from Franklin County High School, went on to serve his country, graduated from Ferrum College and Liberty University School of Law, and then continued to serve his community. Now, as an attorney, he wants to service Franklin County as your Commonwealth's attorney and work with our great law enforcement to keep our county safe.
I am Steve Maddie, and I would appreciate your vote November the 5th, and I approve this message.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office. Stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Willard Insurance Agency. Visit willardinsurance.org.
Erie Insurance.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
After the Franklin County touchdown to put them up 7, William Fleming will put their offense on the field. First down and goal. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. Room coming to the near side. Good gainer here on first down as he'll work his way down to the 7-yard line. Hunter Kennedy and Cromwell in on the stop.
They'll finally settle out about the 7-yard line, kind of shuffle step back and forth a couple of times between the 7 and the 8. This
overtime format really conducive to this Colonel team who can spread you out and open up some lanes. Anderson looking to get to the corner. Good blocking on the outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Catch you on the Bob Parcell replay. Look at the outside on this one.
I'm going to look at the outside. Look at 6. A lot of jersey tugging going on over there. And then when you raise your hand and say, I didn't do it, as Holland drives him out of bounds about the 3.
It's a big play upcoming here. If you're the Eagles, you have to keep the Colonels out of the end zone.
How do you take the ball out of Nichols' hands here?
They'll continue to run out of the shotgun. Straight keeper up the middle to Anderson. He's going to be stopped. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Colonels.
Rashad Menifee right on the spot, beats the tackle on the outside. Parker Scott diving in there, gets an ankle as well. Will Harrison fighting his way through around the kneecaps, and it comes down to this.
Play of the ball game here, the Colonels needing to get into the end zone. And then they'll have a chance to tie it up or go for the win. What a way to end a ball game here in the Blue Ridge District. I told you it was going to be an exciting one. Nichols goes to the air, corner of the end zone. Pass will be deflected, incomplete, and the Eagles will take this one in overtime, picking up the win, 21-14. And you see it here, Belcher, play of the ball game, deflects this one away, and the Eagles come away with the win. We're going to be right back to wrap this one up. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, I am Margaret Torrance, Commissioner of Revenue for Franklin County. On November 5th, I am seeking re-election. With 31 years of experience in the Commissioner's office, I have the knowledge and experience which makes me the most qualified candidate for the job. I would appreciate the opportunity to continue serving the citizens of Franklin County as your Commissioner of Revenue. Remember to vote for experience on November the 5th. Vote Margaret Torrance for Commissioner of Revenue.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit. Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty, cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all. When your house becomes a powerhouse, something amazing happens. You get internet speeds from 50 megs up to 1 gig. So you can stream, play, or download with virtually no waiting or lag throughout your house. Ridiculously fast speeds, now more affordable than ever. Powerhouse by Chantel.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I will be happy to help you hunt for something different.
There you see Coach Edwards talking to his Eagles squad, and there you see the Franklin Finance scoreboard at the bottom. Eagles picking up a big 21-14 win over the William Fleming Colonels here in overtime. Franklin County advancing to 5-4 on the season. They'll wrap up the regular season at home next week against William Byrd. Flip it over, and the Colonels will drop to 3-6 on the season, and they will travel to Lord Botetourt to wrap up this one. Derek, you look at the stats here tonight. Jalen Lee, huge night, definitely his biggest game as a starter here for the Eagles.
31 carries for 192 yards for that young man. He had a big run of 57, a 38-yard scamper, also had a 15-yard touchdown. He did put the football on the turf a couple of times in the game, but a great game for him. 31 carries, 192 yards. Josh Luckett ends up with the game-winning touchdown run in overtime, the 4-yard keeper. For him, he had 16 yards, and Keyshawn Wright 4 yards on one carry, 212 yards on the ground for the Eagles. Luckett was 7 of 13 through the air with 2 interceptions and the 1 touchdown pass. That was a big one, 73 yards to Garrett Garman. He ended up with 88 yards on the night. Belcher had 1 catch for 66. Keyshawn Wright getting in the mix. He had 3 catches for 32 yards. 7 of 13 for 136, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But the Eagles churn out 348 yards and survive against this very dangerous William Fleming Colonel's team, turning the football over 4 times.
As we said, Josh Luggett with a go-ahead touchdown in overtime to seal the deal for the Eagles. We also say they will be back at home next Friday night to take on the Terriers of William Byrd in the regular season finale. It will also be senior night for this Eagles squad as they look to find out where their playoff berth will be, whether they'll be going on the road or whether they will be at home. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Final score for the final time. Eagles come away with a big 21-14 win over the William Fleming Colonels. And you've been watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.